Over the past couple of years, I've been collecting as many of the Doctor Who cassettes as I possibly can. A lot of these cassettes have not actually had a release on CD or even digital, including the missing stories which are narrated by Tom Baker, Jon Pertwee and even Colin Baker, as well as original releases of the David Banks audio cassettes, and this is an outlier, the 10th Planet CD soundtrack. All of these I have digitized and digitally restored to the best of my abilities, including using up to 4 different cassette decks. Now, not everything is perfect. The main reason is that some of these cassettes are not in very good condition, and a lot of these are actually second or even third copies of cassettes that I've got. For example, behind me is a box full of duplicates of the ones you see in front of me. 2 that I debated doing was Ghosts of Engspace and Paradise of Death, since they are actually available pretty cheaply and easily digitally, but I decided to include them. But I will not be including Doctor and the Pescatons, since that has had a pretty recent vinyl release, and again is available digitally pretty cheaply, and the CD seems to have gone down in price. Also, just worth to note, the Ghosts of Engspace and Paradise of Death is now available on vinyl at the time of editing this. One of the worst culprits of piss-poor cassettes is this Doctor Who Earth and Beyond. If we take a look at cassette 4, you can see that the text is just not printed on correctly. Unfortunately, this is the only copy of it that I have, and also this one is lacking something that some of the others do, which is Dolby noise reduction. What is Dolby noise reduction, you might be asking? Well, it basically cuts out a lot of the hiss, particularly these are Dolby B noise reduction. There's also Dolby C and Dolby S noise reduction, but the BBC and even David Banks cassettes only have Dolby B or no Dolby whatsoever, like this Earth and Beyond, which is a shame because it means that there is a lot more work into editing and restoring it, since it is of a poorer quality. Something that also matters is the type of cassette. The David Banks cassettes are actually recorded on chrome tape with Dolby B noise reduction, which actually makes them sound a lot closer to the actual master tape than the others do. But anyway, in the description you will find a link to download all of the cassettes and the CD that you see here in front of you as 320 kilobit MP3s, with the artwork on the actual MP3s, as well as scans of all of the J cards for all of these cassettes, so you'll get all of the artwork and all of the information on their scan, again, with the exception of 10th Planet. You'll notice this is version 2. I'd previously done ones for Evil of the Daleks and Power of the Daleks, and a couple of the David Banks I'd released on my YouTube, since they won't hit a copyright. But the difference is that now I will be doing more restorations in time, and basically one of the big things is getting better equipment. For example, the Power of the Daleks and Evil of the Daleks cassettes that I digitally restored were done using this boombox. It sounds fine and it even records okay as well, but it lacks Dolby noise reduction and isn't the best. At the time of recording, the currently best cassette player I have is this Kenwood one. It has Dolby B and Dolby C as well, though the vast majority of them were done using this Sony deck. It's a late 1970s model, but it does sound particularly good. It's also particularly good at driving some of the cassettes that needed a bit of lubrication in order for them to turn properly. Will these sound as good as a CD or a master copy? No, but they'll probably sound a lot better than if you were to just play them on their own in a cheap cassette player that you can buy today. Remember, all of this equipment that I have got here has cost me a fair bit of money over the years. Less than you actually might think. but still more than most of you are willing to pay. So that's it for this video. There'll be a link in the description where you can download a zip folder which will have all of these on there, which you can then listen to your own pleasure. And again, I will update this as I find more cassettes from the Doctor Who range, as well as do newer restorations as I get newer equipment and get better at restoring the audio. And again, just to note, I do have a few doubles of these. So if any of you are actually interested in buying my duplicate cassettes of any of these, then please let me know in the description below. Or if you would like a new remastered version on cassette but with the original artwork, then I can do that as well. As I do have quite a few brand new sealed blank Type 1 ferrite cassettes, but I do have some used vintage ones as well as chrome tapes. If that is something you'll be interested in, then please let me know. And if you find any rare or unusual Doctor Who cassettes that aren't featured here, then please let me know, and I will digitize it for you if you wish, and you can send it to me and I'll send it to you back free of charge. And yeah, let's just get listening.